What's going on, guys? Welcome to the last Cloudia video. And today we're going to be looking at the second ticket they're going to be giving us during this event. The ARC ticket, you go click on that and you click on receive reward. You don't got to do anything else, just log in and get it. And then you go in the trading space, and in the trading space is the first one at the top. Now, in this video, it's going to be a little harder to recommend a this is the one you should get completely uncontested kind of ARC, because honestly, all these are SSRs. There's no UR arcs in this, unfortunately, this time around. I was hoping there would be, but nope. So it's a little harder to recommend. So let's first off, if you're a completely new player with almost no arcs and need help with that, the first arc I would definitely contend with. And well, most people will say at this point it's not really that useful, but it's still useful for most times. For most units can equip this, and you're gonna click on Cloudia the Great, and now you're not really getting it for the arc itself. While it's okay, you're getting it for the reward, and this Trishula here will allow you to deal damage even through elements that are not favorable to you, so like +1 basically. So like if they have like a certain resistance and you have, let's say, a fire unit and this guy is, the boss is resistant to fire, you can still deal damage to him even with this, even with that resistance on with this weapon equipped. So that's why this gun is overpowered. That's the reason why there hasn't been another one since. At least, you know, and there has been passes and stuff similar to it, but there has not been another Trishula. And so yeah, that's the number one I would pick if you're a completely new player, or maybe if you're just returning and you still don't have Cloudia the Great. Now is the time to get Cloudia the Great. Now on to, if you already have it, or if you're not a new player and you already have it and stuff like that, well, it's a little harder to recommend, because honestly a lot of these arcs are not really that good. They're just okay. You can get Silver Gray Swordsman. The arc reward is decent for sword users. It gives you a little bit of boost and also 10% damage, skill damage. And you also get, you know, Sorcerer Slayer in here, and also advanced in items, also sword boost, and no attribute attack raise, which is nichely okay. Gyno Falls has some decent abilities in here, including God Heal, including healing high boost, and also the reward is not too bad because you can also use it. I believe you can use it for upgrading other things, so pretty good reward there. If I don't look at it in this video, that means it's probably not going to be a good arc, guys. So, or it's just not really worth mentioning. This is pretty worth mentioning. The arc trade is actually something I use all the time. Helps you out a lot. The skills are just okay. And then the arc reward is pretty good for healers. Recovery magic power 15% is pretty good. And also taking 10% less magic damage is also pretty good, I'd say. I'd say that's pretty solid, guys. And then moving on. This is pretty good because it has, down here it has these elemental boost and drives. So I always go to those. I always go to these. One of the first ones I would go to is these ones, because they're not very costly. 4 and 5, not too bad. And then the reward is actually very good. You get a pretty good damage reduction from these elements and 500 HP. So I put this on my vein. Very good arc reward. And then moving on. Gonna look at and see what else we have here. What else we got? I mean, I wouldn't really pick the summer ones. Honestly, they're really nothing that special. I mean, I guess this one, is this the one? This one has a pretty good reward of 1000 HP and also a boost of vitality. So it's pretty good, but nothing too special. And you would think maybe like the current quote unquote newest arc would be pretty good, but honestly, I was never a fan of this arc, because it wants you to be put in battle by yourself. Like, why would you ever want that? You want to be in a team. So this is pointless, this independence, and also the arc trinket is worthless, but the arc reward is okay. It's just okay. Chance for criticals, I mean, it's pretty decent. Maybe Falk can use that. Ancient Fairy, I'm not going to try to pronounce that in the early morning, but the arc reward is decent. That's why it's harder to recommend things that aren't just like guaranteed you should get this, because I don't know if you're a new player or not. Because if you're not a new player, this becomes a lot harder to recommend something. Because you probably already have a lot of these arcs. So it becomes a little bit harder, guys, if you know what I mean. So I think I covered the ones that you should be looking at least. And really, like, if you're someone who has most of these arcs, you're probably not gonna, look at anything below Cloudia even. I mean, Arcane Smile is pretty decent because it gives HP regeneration to everybody, which is something I do. And also the 50% chance of surviving a blow is pretty good. The Arc Ward is also pretty nichely okay. Doesn't give any stats, but it gives SCT recovery speed. So this is actually something I use a lot, this arc here. Especially in tower and stuff like that. Pirate Ship Legness has a stealing thing on it. Chance to steal stuff. Or obtain items, I guess. Pretty good. Also has Determination. Pirate Feast, I think it's fallen off. 9 SC for that is kind of costly. Most people can't afford to put that on, so most people like at the beginning of the game, you'll see a lot of people recommend Sandworm, but honestly, at this point, who cares? It has dual wield on it, but most units now, new units nowadays have dual wield innately, or they don't want dual wield. They want to only equip one weapon, so not a good arc anymore. And then anything below, is this an SR arc? Yeah, it is. I would definitely recommend picking SR arcs. Because you're going to get a whole bunch of them anyways. So definitely only look at those. Alright, that's really going to be it. I covered most of the arcs that I'm going to even entertain looking at. This arc reward is pretty good. Seventh Cry, I've used it every now and then for magic crits. Pretty good. But that's really it. It's hard to recommend than units because units are just it's easier to recommend than not. You could get this for the trait, especially if you have Leona. If you have Leona, this is something you should be getting because it's BIS for her, and also the arc reward is BIS for Leona, the summer one, anyways. Yeah, that's gonna be about it, guys. If I'm scrolling past it, it's nothing too amazing. You're gonna get it anyways, or it's just like whatever. Not really worth looking at too much. If you disagree, let me know in the comment section down below. I always like hearing your guys' comments. And I hope to see you in the very next video. Which one am I going to pick? Probably something I don't have. This arc forward just seems okay. It's okay, 7% just flat 7% damage reduction, okay. For physical anyways. It's okay. Doesn't have any, oh, it has a resistance on the end there, not nil though. Just okay. Probably just gonna pick something that I don't have, obviously. You should. I don't know what I'm gonna pick though, I mean, both the ones I don't have are really not that amazing. The Bahamut one is just okay, and the Dreadworm is just okay. Let's see if the abilities are okay. Minute sword boost. Swordsman mindset. Okay, I think I'm gonna pick that. Just for the swordsman mindset. I think I might go for that. So this is the one I'm gonna pick because I don't have it, and that swordsman boost thing is not too bad. But yep, that's what I'm gonna be picking. Just because I don't have it, not because it's amazing. Because it definitely wouldn't be in my top 3. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.